that is scope and subject matter of macroeconomics and importance of microeconomics. Now we will study the scope and subject matter of macroeconomics. See, the chart has been given. It covers total 4 points. What are they? Theory of income and employment. Again, it has divided into theory of income, theory of investment function, and and also business cycles. Now let's see what exactly it means. Macroeconomic analysis explains which factors determine the level of national income and employment and what causes fluctuation in the level of income, output and employment. Now see, because of study of macroeconomics, we cover study of national income. We have also already covered in features of macroeconomics that why it is called income theory, because it covers different methods, its social accounting, measurement methods of national income. So it covers theory of income and employment and theory of investment function. To understand how the level of employment is determined, we have to study the consumption function as well as investment function. Now employment is determined on the basis of what? Consumption. How much the country is consumed and how much the investment is made in that country, that affects the employment. Theory of business cycles. What are the business cycles? Fluctuation, depression, trade cycles are there. Sometimes it's boom period, sometimes it's lag period. Theory of business cycle is also part and parcel of theory of income and employment. Now next is theory of general price level and inflation. Now I have already told you what is general price level. It's an imaginary concept, but what it exactly tells, general price level means what are the current prices of goods and services in the country, and they determine our purchasing power of the consumer. Okay, so macroeconomic analysis show general price level determined and further explains what causes fluctuation in it. Why the general price level has been changed? Currently you can see, because of corona, because of lockdown, we are not able to carry out the work, or production has stopped. Very few industries are working. Otherwise, maximum industries have stopped working. So it has affected our general price level. So the study of general price level is significant on account of problem created by inflation and deflation. Because of inflation and because of deflation, we come across the general price level fluctuations. There are always some fluctuations in the general price level. So that is also studied in macroeconomics. Next is theory of economic growth and development. Because causes of underdevelopment. See, there are some causes of underdevelopment of the country. What are they? Poverty is there, population is there, unemployment, such type of problems are there. All these are covered under macroeconomics, and when we study those problems, when we find out the suitable strategies, suitable policies, suitable solutions for that, then it will lead to economic development. And macro theory of distribution. Why it is called theory of distribution? See, we have already studied that there are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. Their share. In macroeconomics, they study share of each factor of production in the macroeconomic, in the total national income. So macro theory of distribution deals with relative shares of rent, wages, interest and profit. Means exactly relative share, how much rent part has contributed of total national income. This is studied under macro economics. That's why it is called macro theory of distribution. So you have to cover all these 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. In first point, we have to consider these things also. Business cycles, fluctuations, consumption function, all these things. We are done with the scope and subject matter of macroeconomics. The next, last part is importance of macroeconomics. See, why we need to study macroeconomics. Let's see the first point, functioning of an economy. It helps to understand the functioning of, see, the economy, the working of economy is quite complicated. Lot of complex economic problems are there. So it helps to understand these problems. It helps us to analyze and understand these complex economic models. Then next is economic fluctuations. Macroeconomics helps to analyze the causes and effects of fluctuations. See, every time there are fluctuations, sometimes inflation, sometimes deflation, different business cycles are there. Then fluctuations in national income, output, employments, there are fluctuations in employment also, business cycle, all this suggests. Why study of macroeconomics is important? Because there are various fluctuations in each and every part of economics. For example, business cycles are there. There you can see boom period, slack period. Then we have, we can say that employment related fluctuations are there. Sometimes there are employment opportunities, sometimes slack period, a lot of people are unemployed. Then we have income, fluctuations in national income also. All these fluctuations are going to take place, and we have to study the macroeconomics to understand these fluctuations and to find out the solutions on the same. We have to find out some strategies to solve it. Then we have national income. See friends, national income is very important concept under macroeconomics which you need to study. Why some fluctuations are there? What are the effect of it on our country? So macroeconomics studies the national income which helps the government in the formulation of useful economic policies. See the current scenario, the whole world has stopped working. It has affected our national income, employment level, everything has been affected. Now government has to consider some policies. Government has already decided some policies. So we have to consider all these things, and in the formulation of economic policies such as fiscal policy. Fiscal means what? Fiscal means related to tax, and monetary policy means related to money. You can see now the government is trying to waive off the loans of farmers, or some are begging for that because of current scenario they are not able to pay the loans. So government is considering all these things, they will make strategies accordingly. So all this is studied under national income, and national income is a very important concept which comes under macroeconomics. Then economic development. Advanced studies in macroeconomics helps to understand the problems of developing. See, we are developing country, even underdeveloped country, developing country, developed countries faces some problems which act as a hurdle for the economy to grow. So these problems are unemployment, inflation, poverty. We have to study under macroeconomics. We have to find out the solution for it. We have to find out the strategies for it. And accordingly, we have to formulate the economic policies. Then we have performance of an economy. Macroeconomics provide information about the national income, aggregate demand, aggregate supply, savings, general price level. We have employment information. All these are possible only because of study of macroeconomics. So these things, if these things are available, this data is available with you, then you are able to formulate the best policy for our country. And you also find out, you also come to know macroeconomic variables. I already told you macroeconomic variables are unemployment or poverty, national income, output, national output. All these things need to be studied so that they will help us to formulate the economic policies. Last part is levels of employment. Macroeconomics helps to analyze the general level of employment and output in an economy. You come to know about the employment level, output level, and on the basis of that information, you can formulate the policies. These are the importance of macroeconomics. We are done with the first chapter. We have finished our first chapter, that is Introduction to Micro and Macroeconomics. Thank you.